I don't know how to start this one.
I don't
Uh,
either.
Jojolands. It's chapter
Jojolands.
5. I haven't made a video in a month. This will be my first video in a month. Yay.
Honestly, same.
Yeah. Jojolands, baby. Let's go.
Lands, and we are back to doing this. This is what six? Wait, this is chapter 5, chapter 6. Oh my
Says.
god, six
Wait.
months?
What? Yeah. 6 months of JoJolands, baby. Let's go. Half a year. And
Half
nothing.
a year
And
already in,
half a
and
year, and stuff is still at the very beginning.
if this is the pace they're going at, and it's like anything like Jojolian, we're gonna be what 50 by the time this thing ends.
Let's fucking go, baby. Let's go. JoJo till we're dead.
And then
Yeah.
you're gonna wait for the announcement for part 10.
Me in the coffin waiting for the part 10 announcement.
No. Me passes. Yeah, the memes where it's like me passing away at the ripe age of 69. Rocky, JoJo
Part 10.
part
Yeah.
announcement video. That's
Uh,
great.
but yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
Anyways, let's get back to the topic
yeah.
at hand, which is they get
JoJo.
ambushed by a bunch of cats.
Yeah. I'll be entirely honest with you. I I went to Disneyland yesterday. The day before that, I read the chapter. I have completely forgotten everything that happens other than they were ambushed by cats at the very end.
That's pretty much the gist of it.
Yeah.
Did learn something about the volcano rock though,
Mm-hmm.
and that all the
Oh,
valuable
they're
cats
Yeah,
are
it
attracted
was
to the lava rock.
the diamond, the drawing of Heaven's Door. Guess the cache too. I didn't notice the cache. I thought that it was like, oh, the cache was like knocked over by the diamond, but I I wonder if that has something to do with the properties of like I the diamond and the lava rock itself, or if it has something to do with like Heaven's Door, because the drawing was of Heaven's Door.
That's
Um,
what I thought at first, but I
yeah.
think they were thinking like, oh, they're being attracted to the lava rock. It
Mhm.
may have something to do with the lava rock's properties
Yeah.
and attracting wealth, which makes sense because it ties into sort of the overall theme of JoJo Lands, which is him wanting to become super wealthy.
Mhm.
So if he has a lava rock that attracts wealth to it, I mean,
Right.
that
Yeah.
kind of tracks.
He would use it
Uh,
to attract wealth to himself.
yeah,
Okay, I see. The lava rock attracts like wealthy, valuable items to the person it's entrusted to. Um,
yeah,
yeah.
and so I mean, I will say this is probably one of my least favorite chapters out of JoJo Lands.
Yeah.
Not because it was bad or anything, but because there's not really anything going on. It's one of the chapters where Araki's really just setting up a lot of concepts,
Mhm.
trying
Yeah.
to explain to us this new world that we're in JoJo. Like this is the part in JoJolion when you're still trying to figure out the whole thing with like the cliffs,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
Like, what are the cliffs? Like what's going on? That's what we're at right now with JoJo Lands. It's like what's this lava rock? Who are these cats? Who's their pursuer? Which you saw that car drive off, so
Yeah.
there's someone after them, which that's what I figured. It's gonna be some crazy cat lady or something
Mhm.
that has this like the cats
Yeah.
are the stand, you know?
And again, I wonder, like, are these cats like belonging to the main villain, or do they just belong to some villain of the week we haven't seen yet? Who is, the final villain? Is it Rohan, like, or is it once again just a character we're yet to meet? You know?
Yeah, and also you like Rohan even mentioned like I'm leaving it in your care,
Mm-hmm.
not like I'm not giving it to you. I'm just letting
I
you have it
have it for
for
now, but I'm coming
now.
back for it. He said,
What
"Yeah,
that
yeah."
that imply? And
It,
so
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, it just fully implies that we will see Rohan again. There will be a fight between Jodio and Rohan. It'll just happen much later. He's entrusting him to keep it. He's entrusting him to keep it safe for now, but that doesn't mean he's not going to come back for it eventually.
Yeah. We're also this is also the part where you're starting to realize that like they're kind of pathetic. Like Jodio's power is actually not that great.
Mm-hmm.
Because he used November Rain to escape the trap and he freed his friends, but he's still hanging there.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. For me, it's gonna be one of those interesting parts where it's like part 6, where Jolene really doesn't have that strong of a stand. Like her stand is actually pretty weak.
Yeah. Yeah, Stone Free was not the strongest stand, and November
Like
Rain, as it turns out,
everyone else
also is
in
not the
part 6
strongest stand.
had the coolest stand
Yeah.
except for her.
Yeah, what was it? Part 6 was like,
Kill themselves.
yeah.
Yeah.
Part 6 was like, control the weather, uh, rewrite the universe,
Rewrite the universe. You
yeah,
can people.
living plankton, shoot, yeah. What,
Yeah.
Joylene, what's your powers? String.
Yeah, so that's what it reminds me of. Like November Rain is just like I can make it rain and make the raindrops free and
Really
like
hard, yeah.
it's like okay.
This the rain can either be really, really painful, or like not painful at
Very
all.
specific.
Yeah.
It's very like even even Gappy
Mm-hmm.
at least had the spin and the bubble. I don't know how they're gonna like how he's gonna make his power useful. I'm gonna be completely
Well,
honest.
it's very
What's
simple.
the evolved version of the rain?
It's very simple. He learns Hamon and he adds it to the rain. Uh,
Beautiful.
yeah. But hold on, hear me out. Hamon and spin, and he adds it to the rain. Now imagine the fucking wombo combo of a stand that also that has both Hamon and in spin all combined together. Oh, Rohan doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't know. For me, I look at it and it's just like, what's Araki doing here?
I
Like,
don't.
they
I
got
honestly
beaten
don't
by
know where
the-
he's going. Yeah.
And if it wasn't for Jodio having a stand and getting like Rohan by surprise, they would have all been like stuck because
The-
Rohan had them pinned.
They would have been arrested. End of
Yeah.
story right there. They
End
got
of story.
lucky.
And
Yeah.
the part 9.
Yeah. I don't know where Rocky's going with this. I just gotta leave my faith in his hands. But no, I kind of agree with you. This might be the worst chapter because like all I really remember that happened was like, oh yeah, the lava rock attracts wealth things and cats. Nothing else really
Yeah.
happened in this chapter. Like this is a very hard video to make because nothing happened really.
Like I don't even think we're gonna hit our 20-minute mark.
Yeah.
Like that we usually hit.
We're
because,
not
like,
even at 10 minutes, and I honestly am struggling to think of things to say because this chapter had so little substance.
Yeah, because also the chapter of the title is Jungle Warfare Part 1. And whenever it's Part 1, you know it's all just going to be set up.
It's a bunch of setup, yeah, until the eventual fight in like the last part of like those chapters.
Yeah, I don't know. I personally, my theory though, like let's just move on to theories and then we can call it.
All right, cool. Shortest one yet, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, shortest one ever. Well, it's actually a really short chapter too.
Yeah, it wasn't too long.
And so for me, the way I look at it is I think Araki made this shorter because he needs to plan out where the story's going from here.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a theory that the cats are one stands, which is apparent based on what we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say that they will lead to a stand user that will be a minor villain
Mm-hmm.
that is working for the major villain. That's what I think. I don't think it's major villain.
I think at the end of this fight we'll get the setup to some other party involved in this. That's the final big villain. That or it's just the principal that told him to go steal the diamond and she was planning to betray them.
That's a common story trope. That could work. Yeah. Or why not make it the president again?
The United States president.
United States of America. Presidents versus JoJos.
This is a modern day 2023 JoJo part. Jodio versus Joe Biden, baby. Let's go.
Joe versus Joe.
Joe versus Joe. God, if Joe Biden is the final villain, then this truly is the best part. JoJo's yeah. JoJo Part 9, Joe versus Joe. It's Jover.
It's Jover. The one Rohan was so like worried about what it could attract.
You're way out of line, Jodio. Now prepare for my Biden blast. Just fucking shoots him with the Biden blast. Do you think
It
Jodio could beat the yeah?
come up too.
Do you think Jodio could withstand the Biden blast? I don't think he can.
Dude, he just has November Rain. Absolutely not.
Ah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
think he
right.
could beat Star Platinum. And Star Platinum's like the most basic.
All right. What about Hermit Purple?
Before him freezing time. I'm talking like at the start of part 3.
Do you think that November Rain could beat Hermit Purple?
No, I think Joseph has the upper hand.
All right, fair enough. Yeah,
It's Joseph. He beat a literal
the
Aztec
ultimate life
god
form. Yeah,
by running away.
yeah. The power scale of JoJo is Card's the ultimate life form, but he was beaten by Joseph, making him the strongest. But Joseph was defeated by Dio, making Dio stronger. But Dio was defeated by Jotaro. But Jotaro was defeated by a rat. So therefore, the strongest character in JoJo was Bug Eden.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the problem though. Dio only beat Old Man Joseph. Did he beat Joseph in his
Prime Joseph.
Yeah, with his dude. Prime Joseph, if you remember, this is just gonna turn into a.
We don't have anything to talk about.
But, okay,
Of course it is.
people forget how badass Part 2 Joseph was, because man pulls out a Tommy gun, first sign of trouble,
It
and
shoots
lights
him.
up. Yeah.
My
lights-
God, you should have seen Misael's reaction to that when we were watching Part 2 together.
Oh really?
Oh my God, just the look on his face was just pure comedy itself, as the pure comedy of the Tommy gun being pulled out, played on screen. It's quite a sight to witness, I must say.
Man, that's all I have to say. He's that guy.
Yeah, watching Part 2, that scene happened. Misael afterwards looked at me and was like, yeah, Joseph is just that guy. Like, you know, he's just a silly little guy. Like, of course, he has cartoon logic. He's always gonna win.
Yeah, until he turned old, and then it stopped working.
Mm-hmm.
Same
Yeah.
thing happened with Jotaro too.
You know why?
Part 3, he was the goat, and then part 4 he gets beaten by a rat and almost dies.
Yeah.
Part,
You know
then
why?
yeah.
You know why Joseph you know why he lost the silly little guy powers? Because he cheated on his wife. Remember, kids.
This was out of character for him.
Exactly. Never cheat on your wife, and you'll remain invincible, for eternity. That's the takeaway. That's the lesson.
That's the one thing I won't forgive Araki for, because I'm like, Joseph would never.
It's probably the worst thing by Araki. Bad call.
If anyone
Big
would
mistake.
cheat on their wife, it would be Jotaro.
Like
hands
Jotaro.
down. Because he has a rocky relationship with his wife, compared to the other JoJos. Like, Jonathan was goated. Joseph, if it wasn't for that instance of cheating, which was out of character for him, like if we're talking part 2 without going into part 3 and knowing what happens, I don't think he would have. Part 4, you have Josuke, and Josuke is too obsessed with himself and his hair. So part 5, you have, Giorno doesn't really have a love interest. Jolene, doesn't really have one. She kind of gets with someone in the end, but it's confusing.
Listen, in my full honest opinion, I don't think any of the JoJos would cheat on their significant other.
I know that
Maybe
I did Jotaro if there had to be one.
Maybe Giorno, but
that's because Giorno doesn't have a partner.
yeah.
Which is
But
weird. He just cared about becoming a mafia boss. He didn't care about romance or anything.
That's why he made it so high up in the world so fast, because he didn't care about the bitches. He was on that grind, brother. He was all about that dough, all about that bread. Yeah, he did it. Yeah, he went from a normal high schooler to the head of the mafia in 8 days. Like,
not just any high schooler, a poor one.
Yeah, fucking he was on that fucking grind. God, actually, part 5. I'm one of the few people that like part 5, but I will say I think the story would have been a lot better if Diavolo was the mob boss that Giorno helped out earlier in his life. I think that would have made the stakes a lot higher and would have made their dynamic a lot more interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
For me, the way I would do it is if Giorno. Hmm. For me, what I do is if Giorno decided to, um, if they actually introduced Trish more,
Hmm.
and then had a relationship between the two of them.
More Trish. Yeah, I can agree with
Yeah,
that.
it
I
like either you extend the shit out of part 5 and do a lot more of
yeah.
them running away in the second half,
Hmm.
or you just introduce Trish a lot
Yeah.
earlier
You know.
somehow.
Yeah. You know that Spice Girls was only ever used in one fight.
It was in the plane, yeah.
Yeah, that should have at least had one more fight. I also think that Iraqi should have stuck with his original plan of having Fugo betray the group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for me though, it's like with like the whole Trish stuff. I don't know. There just needs there's like no like Trish was literally there to be a plot device. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Oh, 100%.
It was
Yeah,
like you just need to add stakes to the villain
yeah.
and to the
Protect the girl. Yeah, that was it. That.
guy that betrayed the boss, and it was
Mhm.
most Bucciarati's.
Mhm.
So it was more Bucciarati's thing than Giorno's. And I think Bucciarati, because he was such a great character, he actually stole some of the thunder from Giorno.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which ripped that man.
None of this has been about JoJolands because yeah, they're really we talked about everything in the chapter. Woo.
Woo. Oh yeah. I mean, we can. Yeah. But basically, anyways, what we're trying to say is,
Mhm.
part 9, it's great, but this one is just, it's a slow burn right now.
Yeah, it literally was introduction to a fight that has not begun.
This early on, so I'm appreciative of that. We did get to see our boy,
Hmm.
but yeah.
Yeah, JoJo Lands.
JoJo Lands. If you want to hear more rants about just JoJo in general, let us know in the comments. Maybe we'll do that since we're fucking waiting for.
Yeah, waiting for shit to happen in the story. So
Yeah. Well, who knows? Watch this be like a 4-part thing, and the same shit happens like next
yeah,
chapter.
next
Where
month. Yeah, yeah.
fighting cat.
I can see the intro for next month's videos. Like, hey guys, it's us again. Once
Nothing
again,
really to talk
nothing.
about.
Yeah, once again, nothing has happened in the chapter. So, yeah, that JoJo Lands. What a fella. He fought the cat. Faux show, like.
Yeah. Yeah, he really battled those felines.
Hmm. Yeah. No, November rain. There was water.
Yes, there was water. Anyways, thanks for joining us today, friends. If you like what we talked about today, even though it wasn't that much, let us know by hitting that like button and subscribing to both our channels. If you have anything to comment, please comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on what you thought about the chapter. Do you think this was the best chapter of part 9? Which, no offense, you have a dog shit opinion, but
Worst take I've ever heard. Calling this the best part.
if
Yeah.
you're telling me this is better than having like Rohan take down their entire group,
Yeah. And listen, everyone's entitled to their own opinions, but that doesn't mean there can't be wrong opinions. Yours is a wrong opinion.
exactly. So let us know what your thoughts below. We're all joking, by the way. Don't send hate to each other. At least please keep it peaceful down below. We don't want to have the toxic community.
Yeah.
We don't want we don't want to create that, right, Dom?
That's right. No toxic community. Hate me all you want, but don't hate each other.
Yeah, hate me too.
Yeah.
All you're gonna do to us is you're just gonna leave mean comments, and we can take that.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for joining us, guys. We'll catch you later. Peace.
See you on the flip side.